Good morning. It's Monday morning. Just got here at the hangar. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. There's not going to be anybody here Wednesday, but I'll be back on Friday. But right now, let me show you something. Our dollies have arrived. We've got to do some drilling of holes and get them painted. Jan's going to order casters for it today. There'll be 3 casters on each side, and our main gear will fit right in those. And the way he's got it engineered, it should be about an inch and a half off of the ground when everything's said and done. So that's really cool. Let me show you what else has been going on. Okay, because of the GoFundMe, I was able to go put our radios on hold, and I got our first of 2 trays to go in the airplane. He didn't have both of them here. He's got another shop in Salt Lake. He's going to see if they're up there, and I will pick if he's got one, I'll pick that up this week. And our Sparkies can start getting these wired in. So that's really cool. And then here's another one. They've got this is upside down because it sits better. But anyway, here's our new fire suppression console. And then we're still working on the annunciator panel. The boys are getting that all engineered. So that's cool. That's almost ready to go in. And then one more thing. You remember the debacle we had over this leading edge skin, and it changed how this went together. Well, Jan's got the new part. Well, the old part re-engineered to specifically fit where that's going to go. Yeah, repaired. So it'll fit like a glove now. Our master fabricator, Jan. So anyway, we'll get the day started and see where we end up with. And I'll report back to you when I got something to tell you. Okay, it's Friday. We're a couple of days removed from Christmas now. Hopefully things will start getting back to normal. We still got New Year's coming up, but yeah, I'm down here at the bomber, and we've been reviewing what we need to do to put the nose on. One of them that we need to do is the hardware. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so these noses, there's different ways of mounting the different noses. In our case, this hole, that hole right there, and this hole over here does not apply to our airplane. We've got the one up there, one there, one there, 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 and there. The problem we're having is that the call out for the hardware in the books varies. I'm sure that if you watch my channel for a while, you know how many times I've mentioned that there are no 2 A26s in the world alike. And here's another case of that. In the B model book, it says those 2 upper holes should be threaded and have a stud in them. Or, let me back up. The B model book says that it should have threads in there for a bolt to go through and just attach into the threads. Well, we don't have any threads up there, so that's going to be a bolt and a nut. In the K model book, it says that on the side holes, that would be this one and the one on and its companion on the other side, this should be threaded and there would be a stud in here. Well, there's no threads in here, so that's also going to be a bolt and nut. So right now, Jan's upstairs in his office, and if you notice, these all have different dimensions out from all being the same. So if you look at it this way, you can see where that one is in relation to that one, in relation to those two, in relation to that one. On the nose, they don't really match up. So Jan's upstairs plotting on SolidWorks. We're sure that this is a zero datum as far as this goes. The nose is going to face up to here, but all the rest of the holes are going to need spacers. And so he's up there calculating. We've plotted out the relative distances thick-wise for the nose and for the fuselage, and he's upstairs plotting what dimension the spacers are going to need to be for these different points. And then from there, we have to figure out the length of our hardware, and all of them seem to be different. So, all kinds of calculations, and we got to have that stuff to install the nose. We are getting closer. A little word about the GoFundMe. Now we're up to $2,650 on the GoFundMe. Still looking to get some more money to be able to fund the comm and nav radios and the ADSB. So if you can donate to that fund, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're getting value out of this, I'd appreciate a subscription. Well, let's see what other mischief we can get into.
So it was at this point that I did not realize that my microphone had gone dead. And so there's a whole lot of dead space here. I'm explaining how we got a shipment of the Zeus fasteners we need for different places in the airplane. There's one down here on this armor plating on the belly of the nacelles. We need one there. The next thing, we've got the oil drain cover right here. It's got these 5 Zeus fasteners there. We've got Jan's got a new panel made. We just needed the Zeus fasteners so we could get it for the other side. These are the intake bonnets for the carburetors, and both of them are missing about half of their Zeus fasteners, and that's what I was trying to explain. And then in this next segment, going to be talking about how serendipity kind of strikes in weird ways. We've had a part in our parts bin for years that we've been kicking aside because we didn't know what it was for, and this is it. As it turns out, this is a part. Part of our problem was we did not take the airplane apart. We just found this in a bunch of nuts and bolts. We blasted it, plated it, and just put it around, and we found out that what it does, it's one of the hardware retainers for the nose. And I discovered this when we were trying to plot out the where the nose is going to fit and the hardware that we need, and this one hole up here on the top is a larger diameter. And then I went about my business, started going through the parts bins, and I found that part again. And I said, there's something really strange about this. So I went and grabbed it and brought it over, and it fits the hole perfectly. I'm going to show you right here. It just drops in there. So it's a perfect size. It made perfect sense. I couldn't put it in because one of the retainer bolts for the canopy frame was in the way, and you can see it right there. And so I had to remove that, and then we could fit that in. The problem, though, that we had was that we didn't know where the second one is. So I spent the next couple of hours trying to find this dang part. I was going through all of our shelving, all of our boxes, our bins. I'm talking to the other guys about it. I was putting out a plea, if you know you've got one, I need another one. And then after I told the guys that we were looking for it, serendipity happened twice. Kenneth, he knew what I was looking for, and he went over to a box and picked it right out of the box. It was there the whole time. And it was just amazing. Something that we didn't know what it was for years. Yeah, that's the box right there. And there's the part. So now all I've got to do is clean it up and get some corrosion preventative on it, and it'll be ready to put in. It was a great day at the hangar. Thanks, Kenneth.
All right, I got that other piece cleaned up and got some corrosion protection on it, and I have them installed. There's the front of it, and it's right up in there. And take that bolt out, and the part goes in there, put the nut and bolt back in there. It retains it. It works like a champ. And over here, Jan is drilling holes for the casters for our wheel dollies. And when the casters come in, we'll be ready to install those. It's the end of the day. I'm getting ready to take off, and some good things accomplished this week, even though it was time off for Christmas. But if you liked the video, please do a subscription and drop a like and share it out. And thank you so much for watching our videos, and we'll see you next time.